We've got a check engine light on this 2006 Pontiac G8. In Australia, this thing is known as the Holden Commodore. Now it's setting an EVAP code. It's P0449. That refers to the vent valve solenoid. It says it's got an open circuit. So we're going to check it out. It's located right here above the right rear wheel, right above that axle there. Now I'm going to use my scan tool to turn that solenoid on and now off. Okay, so I don't hear anything. And it shows here that the command is venting, but there's a fault. It's got circuit faults in there, so we got to go up there. That's why I've got the jack stands there. We got to go up there and fish it out. Now, the location of that box is right there above the differential, which is also above the frame and the exhaust. So it looks like I'm going to have to at least pull this exhaust just to get my hand in there. Oh yeah, baby. Okay, with this thing out, I've got a lot more room underneath this differential, and above that is the canister. Okay, this is where we're at right now. I've got the wheel off so I can look at this rear frame bolt. I'm going to loosen it. I'm not going to go crazy. I'll show you why in a second. I'm just going to give it a little bit of room. All right, there we go. Okay, let's come back up here now. Just inside here, and I've got the scanner here. We're on the EVAP vent solenoid control, and I'm gonna turn it on, and if that light lights up back there, the circuit's good. So let's go. On, off, oops, off. This is the noid light. I can just pull it right out, and it's got two prongs that fit in there just perfect. There's the connector. Now the noid lights came out of this kit right here. This is super helpful. So any type of connector that you have, there's a different size for it. And this one, they call that the GM Moltec 2. Anyway, it worked. It's got us our answer a lot easier than hooking up like a voltmeter or a test light or whatever. This thing, worth its weight in gold. Doesn't cost too much. I'll link it down below if you want to look at it for yourself. Okay, this is totally the way to do it now. This is where the coilover came out of. So now I've got a good shot. I can look all the way back here. Let's zoom in. Boom, there it is. See that little guy right there behind that hose? That is the tab that holds it on. So all I got to do is pull that out. Okay, this is with the hose out. Okay, I just released the lock on this part of the canister, so I can twist it over and then pull it out. There's the lock tab. I'll show you in a bit, but I had to reach back behind there and push that lock tab up and off of this part of the solenoid. So now we can reach in there with a pocket screwdriver, grab the solenoid off of this little bracket here. So we got to get behind the bracket. All right, let's have a look at it down here. This is the orientation here that it was in. Now, looking straight in, I had to get the screwdriver past this knob and all the way down to here where that piece of metal was latched over that little knob there. So lift the metal, slides it right off. So electronically, this is bad. It's probably got a open circuit. So we're just gonna replace it. And one of the problems that we have, there's no parts available. I went to Napa. They had one for a 2010 Camaro, which they said is the same part number. That's also a special order. So I'm gonna order it from Rock Auto, and it'll probably be here in a few days. For now, this car is gonna just sit. When it comes in, we'll start up the camera, put it in there, and we'll show you that this thing is good to go. Fingers crossed. Okay, before we do anything, I want to get this new part and just plug it in. And then I'm going to control it to see if it works, or at least to see if it clicks. All right, had to sneak it past the differential and over the CV shaft, but it looks like we got it. Let's get this plugged in. Okay, I heard it click. bring it back out here. I'm gonna go to the scan tool and let's see what it says. Aha! Wow, it changed automatically. So the short to ground is okay, and the open, the circuit open test is okay. That's pretty awesome. So didn't have to clear the codes or anything. Now I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on. Let's get in closer. I'll do it again so you can hear it. Turn it on and off. So perfect, now it works fine. We're gonna go right between the differential and this frame and go way up top here. Just reach that tube. I haven't installed anything else yet, but I'm gonna take this and just push it up into that frame hole. There we go, just kind of clicks in. Now we have this hose here. It had the clip on it. That's gonna go on the other side of the solenoid. While it was underneath the car, I connected that rubber hose to the charcoal canister, and then I placed the solenoid onto that metal tab, and now I just need to push it on. Hear that click? So it's clicked on there, it's good to go. I just need to put the hose clamp back on there, and we can give this thing one more test. Okay, and if you haven't seen it before, this is the hose clamp plier that I was using. It's a flexible, long reach hose clamp plier, and it's got that remote end on it. So I can just kind of fish it up here. And when I'm ready, I can squeeze it down here and get that hose clamp reattached. Wish I could show you, but I could barely see it myself. Yep, and she's up there. We're good. All right, have a look straight up there. So it's back on. Everything else is good. Oh, that went smooth as butter. Perfect. I'm gonna tighten up these bolts right here. Got the hanger up. That's good. All right, great news. I scanned the car. No more codes for the EVAP system, so it's a total win. But that was the worst vent valve solenoid job I have ever done by a mile. Now, if you're gonna be trying this at home, it's doable, but I would totally recommend doing it without taking out that rear strut assembly. At least giving it a try. See if you can get your hands back there and work it out without doing that, because that's the worst part of the job, and you gotta worry about all that alignment back there, and if it gets out of line, you gotta take it to an alignment shop to make sure the car goes straight down the road again. If you're doing this job, good luck to you. You can do it, and if you're not doing this job, that's something to be thankful for. Now, something I'd be thankful for is if you clicked on that video right over there and watched that. I'll see you in the next one.